I actually was going to give it to you.
Hi, everybody. First off, I'd like to thank Melissa's parents and Frank's, because obviously without them we wouldn't be here today. I'm Howard. For anybody that doesn't know me, I grew up down the road from Frank. Known him since he was this tall, okay. I've only been married a little over a year myself, so I can't offer much. No profound statements, nothing like that. And I really don't know Melissa well enough to tell the kind of embarrassing in-jokes that I can about Frank. What I do know, I remember meeting Frank during swim lessons at the Y when we were about 10. I grabbed his towel by mistake. When I went back for mine, I ended up cracking a rib. So I can't say our friendship hasn't been without a few lumps and bruises here and there. But from people swimming in his popcorn to helping him chain his truck back together with his dad, it's always been a good time. Frank and I always had a nice, easygoing friendship, picking up right where we left off, whether we were 5 miles, 6 states, or half the world away. And I could see from the very beginning that Melissa complimented him. She brings out more patience, more caring than a room full of kindergartners ever could. Frank, I'm not sure why she was crazy enough to marry you, especially after the way you made her cry at the Outback. It's a done deal, so sit there and smile. Melissa, I want you to take care of him. He's a good friend. Make sure you push him a little, because he will definitely push you beyond what you're comfortable with, at least a few times. Take the small bits of bad with the world of good that is Frank. It's not easy marrying into the Schaefer clan, but you get this wonderful support network with Kathy and Allison, and all the other wonderful people to help you along. Take this beautiful day, but keep in mind the small black flies. May the biggest problems you two face down the road be no more annoyance than the flies. And may all your days together be more plentiful than the leaves of grass. And love, true love, will follow you forever. Everyone, here's to Frank and Melissa. Congratulations.
And now the father of the bride will have a few words.
Hi, I'm Gene, and I'm Melissa's dad. And just like to welcome everybody here to Lake Wallenpaupack. And whether you came from just around the lake or from all the way across the country or all the way across the ocean, we're all thrilled that you're here to join us on this very, very special occasion. And I'd like to give a special welcome to the Schaefer family and to all your friends. It's great that you're joining our family today. We're really, really thrilled. So thank you very much. Father of the bride, just allow me for a minute or two to take a little trip down memory lane in terms of how Melissa got to this occasion today. Growing up, Melissa did all those girl things. Those are things that dads really never understand. But when we think back, it sure does make us smile a lot. She started out, she was always a budding writer, anything, whether it was essays or journals or poems or plays or even a graduate dissertation or two. If there was something to be written, Melissa would always write it. From the very first day that she could hold it, she was always just writing stuff down, and we were always enjoying it. And it was, for a while there, our basement kind of looked like the stacks at the Library of Congress with all the portfolios and journals just piled up very high. And if the writing was something I just didn't understand. I'm a numbers guy after all. But if the writing was bad enough, then she started with all the musical talent that she had, whether it was musical theater or summer plays or, good Lord, just ballet. Ballet was a big thing. And it was just remarkable. I think we went to more recitals and more opening nights than there are lights on Broadway. It was just a constant stream. Looking at Melissa's beautiful bouquet there, I can't help but remember all the flowers that she would get after opening night or after every recital. And we'd always have, along with the flowers, there was the hot fudge sundae at Friendly's. So I'm kind of counting on that maybe a little bit later on. I haven't seen the hot fudge sundaes just yet. If you want more proof of how dads really just don't understand their daughters, how dads just don't get it, did you ever have to watch Sound of Music 5, 6, 7 times a week? There was something about that movie that Melissa just adored. Or Gone with the Wind. Oh my goodness. There was one time when Melissa went on a school trip, I think a choral concert or something in Florida, and the bus tootled out of Connecticut, and about halfway down or so, they stopped in Atlanta. Melissa made a bead for the Gone with the Wind gift shop. Well, she had, I don't know, $20, $30 worth of snack money in her little pocketbook. It was all spent in about 10 minutes at the gift shop. I think the poor kid starved for the rest of the week. She had nothing to eat, but she came home happy because she had all these Clark Gable and Vivian Lee posters, enough to paper the entire neighborhood. So she was just thrilled with that. Well, all that energy and perseverance, went off to college in Arizona, and then came back to Connecticut for grad school. Those years just flew by. There was a few jobs here and there, a lot of addresses. One thing we did learn is to write her address in pencil in the address book, because it would change every few months. So I think we set a record for being in one address for at least 6 or 7 months. That's about the best I've ever seen. Very fantastic. And it was great because there was always a new adventure that she'd be telling us about. About every 6 or 7 months or so, I'd get this call. Dad, can you come and help me move? So up we go, 4 flights of steps with a sofa, or 5 flights of stairs going down with a double dresser or something like that. My back has never been the same. So one word of advice, I don't know where you think are ever going to end up, but I sure hope that it's on the ground floor. Now, the biggest adventure of all started about 3 years ago when Melissa took all of her teaching skills and her great patience with little children and flew off to South Korea. And what an adventure that was. The first year was a little tough. We got a lot of phone calls, and I know she was really proud of what she was doing and all the work that she was putting into her job. But she was really, really homesick. She really missed her home. But that all changed in, I think, August of '07. There was this chance meeting at an electronics marketplace in Seoul. And at that time, Melissa found her soulmate. I hate to use that. Her perfect match, the love of her life, the person that really does make her whole. She found Frank. And since that time, Melissa is a changed woman. She's just, it's fabulous. She's more focused. She's more confident. She's into all new and different interesting things. She's learned a lot about Pennsylvania culture that I didn't know even existed, and it's been kind of fun. And she's even learned a little bit about college football. I don't know how that happened. I bet I had to thank Frank for that. So that was fantastic. Well, after I'm looking at you now, and I'm just awestruck how beautiful you look, how happy and radiant you are. I know we're all so very, very proud as you start your lives together. Just fantastic. Your travels are going to take you all the way across the globe again, and I'm sure you're going to find new adventures and new opportunities. But please remember that back home we'll be thinking about you, and you'll be right here in our hearts. So you're never really going to be that far away. We're just happy that all your family and friends are here. Remember, and they'll be very, very interested in hearing about all your adventures when you come back home and tell us about it. Maybe, how about right now, let me just offer another toast, if we will, to Frank and Melissa. Wherever your home may be, whether it's right around the corner or all the way across the globe, congratulations.
All right, at this time we're going to begin the dinner portion. The head table is going to be